So we're starting to see multi-generational workforces with 4 or sometimes even 5 generations working under the same roof. And that's because people are living longer, but it's also because they're capable for longer.
Age is just a lens to look at people through in order to try and understand them better.
Having different labels for different generations enables us to understand the complexity that comes with each generation, to better understand each generation.
It's really about competence. What can an employee bring, whatever age you are? And it's about making it work between the different groups.
Demographic change will have a profound effect on the labour market over the next 2 decades. In the UK, 30% of people in employment are over the age of 50. And in the US, nearly 1 in 3 people aged 65 to 69 and 1 in 5 aged 70 to 74 are still in the labour force. When these older people leave the workforce, there are unlikely to be enough younger people to take their place, and they will take their skills and experience with them.
I mean, there are challenges of having different ages and generations in the workplace, as people from a younger generation may have a different perception of what it means to be at work, what are our values around work, what we want to get out of work, for example.
We've grown up and experienced different things through our formative years. Baby boomers growing up in the 50s and 60s, the rise of civil liberties, the rise of women, pop culture, millennials who grew up through the 80s, and so on. What we experienced in our formative years influences our outlooks and beliefs, and we take those into work.
With a certain casualness, I think, about ageism, and women in particular do suffer more from ageism earlier. That's, I think, partly linked to the beauty industry, which tells us that we can look the same forever, and we don't look the same forever.
Lisa, have you signed Sue's card?
Oh, no, not yet.
The media in particular is fairly impatient with women who start to look older.
Have you got a pen I can borrow?
How old is she going to be then?
It's the big 6 though.
What did you guys get her?
Got her a voucher for some beauty treatments.
A facelift would be more like it.
I think she looks pretty good for her age.
When are you going to go and pick up the cake and stuff?
We were thinking tomorrow afternoon, because she's off on Friday. I think she said something about going out with a boyfriend.
What? You mean her carer?
You'll be her age one day.
Nah, not me. Live fast, die young, that's my motto.
Well, if you want to live fast, Josh, how about you get a move on with that marketing report?
Oh, yeah.
I think managers in particular need to think more broadly about what are the skills of individuals and less about what might be associated with age, either in terms of what the experience they've had or sort of general assumptions that they may have in their heads about people. And it's really, really important to understand what motivates an individual, what are they good at, what have they got the potential to be good at, what experience do they bring, what enthusiasm do they bring, and really to sort of base it around that rather than sort of taking sort of general, quite often sometimes sort of lazy assumptions about people.
Al, do you know what Mark did with those spare motors for the pneumatic?
Motors? Yeah, there's 2 here, the fan motor.
Oh, fantastic.
Which reminds me, actually, while you're here,
all right,
I've got an issue with this one.
What's the problem with this then?
Right, so the customer says they haven't received the second order and the first one was incomplete.
All right, ask what's her name in the office, Uzma, to have a look with you, and I'll see if Mark remembers it. Oh, look out, here comes trouble. Yes, laddie, what can I do for you?
It's about the Teesdale order.
The part shipment?
Yeah, well, that's just the thing, it can't be part shipped.
Too late, boss, it's ready to go.
But it's no good to them without the other items, otherwise they're just going to be on the phone to us complaining.
It's not my problem.
Well, I was thinking we could add a field to the picking order form that says no part shipment, and that way we'll stop this from happening.
Oh, there you have it, Al. The voice of experience. Been here 6 months and he knows it all.
It's a simple bit of coding, Bill. It will take like 10 minutes.
Computers. You can't remember a time before computers did everything for you, can you?
Well, we could hold on to them, couldn't we? And then I could get the rest of the stuff out by the end of the week.
It's already on the delivery schedule. Just get it out, eh?
I would like to see if we can change this, because it will make things easier and customers would appreciate it.
I think customers just want to get their orders as soon as possible, Sonny. It's all right.
I'm in a tricky situation, really. I have a job to do and I need Bill's help and support to do it properly. But what I don't really appreciate is this young lad and sunny stuff all the time.
There's lots of stereotyping with the generations. The classic one with the younger generations is, awesome with their thumbs, try holding a conversation with them.
So he's very good at sitting behind a computer screen. But when it comes to actually getting out from behind his desk and dealing with customers face to face, sorting things out, he's useless.
Fantastic with technology, complete lack of respect for authority or hierarchy.
Young Mr. Snowflake here thinks he can come straight out of college with all his management theory stuff and change the way things are done.
Expectant. They believe they should deserve everything just by turning up.
They get everything handed to them on a plate without lifting a finger. They don't know what hard work is.
Believe that within 6 months they should have been exposed around the business and they need to put in the hard work and so forth.
But what you need here is the background and the experience. That's what really counts.
You know what, I might not have as many years here as he does, but I know a lot more about management and technology. And I have ideas that can help this place definitely run more efficiently with new systems and stuff like that.
Likewise with older generations. They're dinosaurs. They're like grandfathers or grandmothers sitting on a porch in a rocking chair smoking a pipe.
They haven't got the same dedication. They're not willing to put the same hours in. And they're always wanting time off. If it's not a sick child, then it's an elderly parent or a neighbour or something else.
Can't change. Not as productive. Technology, can completely fries them and they can't cope with it.
On one hand, I'm overqualified, but on the other hand, I'm out of touch with the industry. I mean, pick a lane.
And in the middle, you got Gen X who are just stressed about everything. Stressed about the rising cost of living, no pay rises, kids in education, stagnant careers and so forth. There's an element of truth in all of it. And there's an element of non-truth in all of it. The important thing is to use labels in a way that helps understand, but also appreciate that one size does not fit all. Just because you're born at a point in time does not preordain you to be a certain way.